What's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris, and today we're going to be talking about that light fixture right up there. Boom! This one right here. The LF2405 from Betopper. This light does a whole lot, and it's cool, and it's right there. We're going to check it out right now. I'm going to start off by letting this box do a whole lot of talking. Right here we have it. 24 5-watt white LEDs, 256.2 watt white LEDs, and 384.3 watt red, green, blue LEDs. This thing does a whole lot. It does a whole lot, and it is a DMXable unit. Oh, wait a minute, look, more information. Bam, DMX. 5, 11, 112 channel option, pixel mappable, 32-bit 0 to 100% linear dimming, auto, sound active, DMX, master slave, RDM, about 250 watts of power consumption, and this light is bright. As I say often, we have some bright lights in the box. We have our PowerCon connector. We have our DMX cable. Not the best DMX cable, but they do work. And then we have an instruction manual, which I left on the other side of the room. It's a very small instruction manual. I think it's like 3 pages. 1, 2, 3, it might be 4 pages. Just tells you what the menu on the back does and the DMX, the profile. In the box, here we go. You have the 24 5-watt, which are these guys right here, the big round bulbs, which create little beams of light, and they do little chase patterns. They're very cool. Then you have 256 of the white ones. That's these yellowish tinted LEDs that go across. So these really help with your pure whites and your kind of strobing, even though these all strobe together. It's very cool. And then you have 384 of your RGB 50/50 LEDs. I'm gonna guess it's about 10 pounds, but I've been wrong before. It's very cool. It's pretty simplified. On the back, you do have your PowerCon in, your PowerCon through and out, your DMX in, out, and then you have your display right here. So you have your menu, your up, your down, your enter, and you have your nice Betopper logo right on the back. And then you have a nice mounting bracket here, 3 different mounting points. They do lock in place pretty well. The unit is currently about 179 bucks. It's about 16 inches wide and about 8.5 inches tall. So about 16 wide, about 8.5 tall. So a nice, easy to hang. You could use this as a wall washer. You can lean it on up and wash some walls if you wanted to. You can't lay it flat because of the power, but you could definitely angle it. You would have to flip it to angle it so you wouldn't hit the PowerCon connectors or the DMX in and out. Ooh. So what else we do? We're just gonna go ahead and take a close look at the unit. Let's do that right now. On the back of the unit, you have your menu up, down, and enter for your display, A being your DMX address. If you go through that, the next thing you're gonna see is this, which is how many channels of DMX you wanna use. You have a 5-channel, a 112-channel, pixel mappable, and an 11-channel DMX possibilities with this, okay? And if you hit your menu again, you're gonna kinda go into your programmable stuff. So right now this is set to, I'm gonna change these as I go, but that would indicate red. So I could change the red LEDs on the front, and the green, which I can turn off, the blue, which I can turn off, the amber, which is the round bulbs, which I can turn off, and then the full unit, which is the white LEDs on the front. So we can manually set the front of it, which is like I have up there with the amber. For a backlight, I just created amber in the back of the unit, and it was easy, all right? Other than that, you have your stroboscopic mode. So basically, if you had those things on, it would be strobing, and this would be the rate. And then you have your auto programs. This would be what they call self-walking. It's got 67 different effects, and you're probably seeing some on the wall right now. All right, so it's got a bunch of different cool effects, as you can see on the walls. What's going on, I'll show you later, but there's a bunch of LEDs dancing around on the front of this thing right now, but you can walk through those programs. So you can change the speed, but what you got to do is when you're in here, you press enter when you're in that function, and it'll take you to the second function. So here is the speed, and you can see that we have speed control, and I'm going to speed that up, whatever's happening there. 1 to 99, this is 1. That's the 99, and it should be slowing down, which it is. So you have 1 through 100 on your speed. And then your next thing would be you're back out to that. And then that is your voice control. So with the sound active, there is no sensitivity to adjust, to let you know. So it is kind of what you get. But other than that, that is the menu. And I'm going to DMX this thing, but we will turn it around and we'll master slave it for you as well. So master slaving is really easy. All I got to do is take a DMX out, plug it to a DMX in, and as long as that second light is powered up second, it seems to take advice from this guy down here. So whatever this guy's doing, that guy's doing. I'm going to make a couple changes on the selection here, just to show you that they're doing the same thing. And that's actually really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and speed that thing up. But as you can see, we got a lot of cool things that we can do with this guy right here, and the master slave option makes this thing look really cool. And even though we got everything going together right now, we got them going opposite. Yeah, so that one is actually hooked up, that one's actually hooked upside down up there, and this one's right side up. So we got things going back and forth quite just slightly the opposite. Even though they're looking the same, the colors are going the opposite ways. So very cool. So we have 67 of these preset patterns. So very cool. And then with DMX, you can even do more. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with the sound thing. I don't see a sensitivity, but that's what we got. So it's pretty banging. And what's really cool is the shadows that they create. So besides for the visual look, the shadows are really cool too. And yeah, if you're staring at the white blinders, the white round LEDs, they'll hit you in the face and they'll be blinding, but everything else isn't so bad. So a nice, cool eye candy effect. There you have it, the Betopper LF2405. These lights are killer, great effect. The white lights are bright, but if they're not shining right in your eyes, because they are pretty tight, and they don't do a big square of stuff, they're not shooting everywhere. So you could put them up and get a really nice look. without blinding people, which is super cool. And you do have the options of going 5, 11, and 112 channels of DMX. So if you're really into programming, you can do that and do it precisely. I actually just used the 11 channel for my demonstration that I just showed, and I think that's more than enough to get a really nice show and added effect for your parties. All right, so check these things out. 179 link is below. And if you have any questions about this light or any of the other lights I reviewed, feel free, drop a comment below or look me up on Instagram at ByDesignDJ. Always happy to help. Once again, my name's Chris. Stay cool. We'll see you real soon.